Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. I know I have been MIA for a little while. I do greatly apologize for that. I am really close. Let me just let's back her up a little bit. I do apologize. I deal with anxiety and depression, and it's just kind of been a shitty couple mental weeks, I guess you could say. And then I got sick as well, and then the seasons are kind of changing and I have horrible allergies, so I've just been battling a whole lot all at the same time. But I finally want to do my Like, Love, and Loathe. I will do another one because obviously I like, love, and loathe more than just a few products. But today I just wanted to do like a few in each category. These are things that I have kind of found, you know, gotten in my sub boxes or kind of discovered just recently or, you know, in the last couple months. And then the next time that I do it, I will obviously do a little bit more. We'll see like how long this video goes because we don't want to make it too long. So I think I'm actually going to start with likes. So I'm going to start with kind of the Midground. And again, I'm only going to do just a couple of different things for today in each category. And then the next time I'll kind of step it up and do a little bit more. And, you know, you guys can let me know down below whether or not you like this kind of an idea or not. My first like, and I'm probably going to get some shit for this, but I don't really care, is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I only got this. This is the shade Warm Nude. I only got this because it was on sale. It's for half price, and then I had some coupons also and some points through Ulta. So I was like, okay, everybody raves about this, everybody talks about it, it's so amazing, it's, you know, whatever. No, it's not. It's decent and I like it. The coverage is okay, the way, you know, the staying power and stuff like that is okay, but I'm not blown away by it. For me personally, I don't understand the hype behind it, especially, you know, if you're gonna spend $40 like regular price on it. In my personal opinion, it is not worth $40, and I would not purchase it again. I will continue to use it, and I'll use it up just because I have it, but it is definitely just a like for me. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's just okay for me. Next up is the Avon True Color Flawless Concealer Stick. I did actually do this and like do a review, I think on here. I'm pretty sure it was on here. That is what it looks like. It's just a like for me. The texture is okay, the consistency is okay, but I felt like it was a little bit too creamy, a little bit too emollient, and it did kind of settle a little bit in my fine line wrinkles. But overall, I mean, the coverage and stuff was okay, and for like $7, definitely worth, you know, giving it a shot. It's definitely not a holy grail, it's definitely not a love, but it's alright. My next like is the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer in the green. Of course, I have a lot of redness and broken capillaries and stuff like that. And anytime you're trying to fight redness, you definitely want to go with a green base color corrector and or primer. This is just okay. I love the way that it smells. It smells incredible. It smells like fresh cucumbers or something. It smells really nice. The texture is a little bit weird. It's a little bit, I'm going to show you guys. Like, it's kind of really thick and really pasty. But it does go on okay, and like I said, like I wish I had soap or like some kind of fragrance or something that smelled like this, like a dry shampoo or something like that. Let me grab my towel, wipe it off. Just the texture of it is just a little bit weird, and I don't find that it kind of really, you know, diminishes my redness as much as the Smashbox one in the green. But again, for a drugstore and for it being, you know, an $8 product, $9 products, I really definitely think that it's worth kind of trying out and seeing how you like it. Next up, I think I'm gonna go to the loathes. we'll do the bad news first and then go to the good news. And I'm so sad about a couple of these because I was really excited to try some of these products. So first up is the Beauty Blender Cleaner. First of all, it smells wretched. Like really bad. Like a weird dirty hospital. I know that sounds crazy, but it just stinks. The consistency of it is very weird as well. I do not like the consistency of it. I also did not feel like it cleaned my beauty blender or my brushes very well at all. Like I normally will use baby shampoo. If my brushes get a little bit too dried out, I'll do a little bit of lavender oil or some argan oil and a little bit of water together in the palm of my hand and barely kind of graze it, like graze the brush over my palm of my hand, if that makes sense. I'll do a video about that if you want to see it. But this just did not clean it. When I use my Purity, especially on beauty blenders, if you guys have not found something that cleans your beauty blenders, I am telling you, use Purity by Philosophy. It is the bomb. I'm dead serious. I love it so much. But this, not so much. Stinks. Hate the texture. Didn't work. The full size is really expensive, so thank God I had a little sample and I did not pay full price. Yeah, it's a no. It's a 100% no for me. Next up, I actually did a video one day and I was talking about I was testing out a foundation and it was crap. And I was like, I'm sorry I'm all cakey looking and it's my makeup's breaking down. It is the Ulta Beauty Moisturizing Foundation Stick. And this is what it looks like. And I ended up getting the shade Light to Medium Warm. Yeah. First of all, the coverage is not the best at all. It is very, very oily feeling, and I have very dry skin, so I was super excited to try something like this. Like, I love the Tarte Hydrating. I love the Becca Aqua Luminous. That's actually one of my holy grail foundations, the Becca Aqua Luminous. For me, I like a more medium coverage. I don't really, I don't like a cakey look. I don't like super heavy. I'm not one of those like full coverage girls. If you are, more power to you. No problem with that. I'm just not. I want to still see my skin, but my skin better through makeup. This had no coverage. It settled on every single teeny tiny little nook and cranny on my face. It did not stay on longer than, it was breaking down within 30 minutes. It was dreadful. It was a no, a big humongous no for me. I would say maybe if you are a little bit older and have extremely, extremely dry skin, maybe it could work. But it's 100% no for me. It was garbage in my opinion. I'm so sorry, Ulta, because I love Ulta. Next up in my Loathe is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Mix-In Pigment Makeup Drops. Now, I normally try to get something like this, or I buy 2 shades in the same foundation. Like in my Wet n Wild, I have 2 shades. In my Avon, I have 2 shades. Obviously because, summer and winter. So I was like, well, let me try these. They were on clearance at Walmart for like $4 or something, y'all. Like $4 or $5. First of all, they smell terrible. Very highly of chemicals like this. They smell very, very badly. And the texture of them, I'm just going to show you guys. The texture of this, oh shit, it's very, as you can see, it dripped everywhere. It's very, very watery and very liquidy, but then it completely shears out and there's like no coverage with it whatsoever, especially when you mix it in with another foundation. I was super, super disappointed in this. And Hard Candy, again, is another brand that I really like. I really enjoy their products. Like the Glamouflage Concealer, that was like my holy grail concealer for like 3 years. I absolutely loved it. But these drops, hardcore. No. Next up in my Loathe is the final thing. I was so excited to try this because I have very sensitive skin. I have, acne prone skin. I am allergic to a million different things, and I have dry skin. So I saw this Garnier Clean Makeup Removing Cleansing Lotion. Dissolves even waterproof mascara. Gently calms and comforts your skin. No fragrance, no oils, da 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 da. This is what it looks like. Yeah. First of all, it did not remove waterproof. Anything. It did not take anything off. It didn't even take off my crap, I'm losing my words. My matte lippy. It didn't even take that off. So it didn't break down any of that kind of stuff. And it just feels like really oily, greasy lotion on your face as opposed to like an emollient cleanser. And then even when I got out of the shower, my skin never felt clean with it. I had to re-clean my skin again when I got out of the shower. It just felt disgusting on the skin. I absolutely hate it. I will never ever use this again. I used it twice. I will always try something more than once just to see, but it is still 99% full and it's a hell no. I don't buy it. It did not work and it felt disgusting on the skin. So we're gonna go to the loves. Now I have so many things obviously that I like and that I love, also that I loathe too, but I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So I was like, out of all the products that I've used in the last couple months, or we'll say through the summertime, what products did I absolutely gravitate toward? What products did I use almost every single time? What products, would I buy again? What products I recommend to somebody else? So, and again, I'm just doing a few in this category. But my very first one is the Avon True Color Flawless Liquid Foundation. My shade is Natural Beige. You guys, this foundation is $9 and it is incredible. I'm telling you guys, it is not my holy grail. That's a different video, but I love it. I have literally, used this foundation almost every single time that I have done my makeup this summer. Aside from it being slightly perfumed scented, which, if you have very sensitive skin, I probably would not recommend it for you. But aside from the scent being a little bit perfumey, I absolutely love it. Like, I love everything about it. The coverage is really, really nice. The staying power is there. The texture looks really nice. It's meant for more dry to normal skin. Of course, I have dry skin. So I love the way that it sits on the skin, but your skin can still breathe through it. I haven't broken out from it. It lasts all day long. I can wear it, put it on at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then by 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, it is still on and it's still beautiful and it's still stunning. So I absolutely love it. I have 2 colors, and the next shade down is nude, and I have nude as well. Like, I love this foundation, you guys. Love. Next up, the very first time that I used this, it was actually a review, and I was doing a Facebook Live, and even the girls that were watching were like, holy shit, I about fell out my chair, because this is the Maybelline Master Chrome, and this is the shade Molten Rose Gold, and I absolutely love this stuff so much. A lot of people I've seen actually didn't like it because they say that it was kind of chalky feeling. I think, like, if you're doing a swatch, it can kind of feel that way, but then once you put it onto the skin, I mean, you guys, it is stunning. It's so beautiful. And it, again, it lasts all day. It was really super blinding, but not glittery. And I felt like it actually went into the skin instead of sitting on top of my skin. It's not super powdery. It didn't feel cakey or anything like that on the skin. I absolutely love it. And I do know that Nikki Tutorials just came out with one as well, and I'm going to pick that up. It's at Ulta, just FYI. And they have a BOGO as well on Ulta with Maybelline products. So you could honestly get 2 of the Nikki Tutorials ones for really, really cheap. But, I mean, I have my Holy Grail, you know, highlights, but this is it's in my top 3 for sure. Absolutely love it. Next up, I have raved so much about this, and this was another thing. It was an indie brand. I did a review of it, and I fell in love with it. I have used it almost every single time since then, every time that I've done my makeup. And it's the Medusa Makeup, and this is the Sunkissed Bronzer. You guys, I love this bronzer so much. And I mean, so much. I can't believe, honestly, that it's not, like, looking more ratchet than this, because I love it. I love it so much. I use it for bronzer. I use it to contour and stuff even. I've used it as eyeshadow. It's just beautiful. It has just the slightest little bit of luminosity to it. It's definitely, you know, it's not glowy, it's not weird, anything like that, but it just gives this nice little warm, like sun-kissed, like it's called, glow to the skin, but not being overpowering, not making you look oily or greasy. And I just feel like it's the absolute perfect color as well. I love it. It goes on the skin so smoothly and so nice. No harsh smell. I love it. And I love the packaging as well. Next up, this is something that came in, pretty sure it was boxycharm. It is the Note Blush Desert Rose, and it's luminous silk. First of all, again, when I did the unboxing, I'm pretty sure that I probably loved the smell of it that day. And, like, I still do. It smells like a baby's booty. It just smells so good. Like, you know, clean baby, and you just put powder on them and just, oh, I love it. And again, it's such a beautiful peachy coral shade. It literally does feel like silk. It is absolutely stunning on the skin. And again, just like with the bronzer, it has the slightest little bit of, like, a luminous quality to it. So it doesn't sit on the skin. It doesn't make the skin look cakey or dry or anything like that. And for somebody like me that has really dry, you know, more mature skin, I greatly, greatly appreciate that. I will 100% repurchase this when I'm out of this. I love it. And the last thing for today, I was really weirded out when I very first saw it. I thought it was stunning, but I was like, there's no way I'm going to use this all the time because it's not really, you know, all the other colors I wouldn't use more other than the warm colors. But is the Albemarle Cosmetics palette, the Reina del Caribe. And that is what it looks like in case you have not seen it or you forgot. But as you can see, she has already been loved. I really loved these colors. Excuse my fax machine, guys. I'm so sorry. But at first I was like, okay, I'll use these. But I don't really do, you know, cool tones that often. But you guys, I mean, as you can see, I've used it. I've used the hell out of this palette. I love it. I love taking just La Costa right here and just putting it all over the lid just for something very, very soft, just for a soft little warm wash of color. And I've actually used that also as a highlight shade with a small Morphe brush. Works beautifully. But just, I was feeling this palette all summer long. I was doing really beautiful, colorful looks with it. And I honestly, if and when I run out of this palette, I will repurchase this palette again. I love it. Like, love. The pigment is there. The staying power is there. They blend so beautifully and so easily. I'm super, super impressed. And then actually I'm going to throw in one Holy Grail product, and I will do a full Holy Grail video of all my different products. But my new Holy Grail, I think I've used this now probably 2 months. Again, it was something that I believe that I reviewed or at least spoke on it on here on a previous video. That is the Ulta Beauty Ultra Skinny Brow Pencil. Yeah, Ultra Slim Brow Pencil, excuse me, in brunette. You guys, I love this thing so much. This one is empty, and I have my backup right here. Well, she's about empty. You know, we're going to get the last little bit. It's not a matter for today. Okay, when we go to do our brows. So I have this one right here, still in the plastic, ready to go. But I love that it's super, super fine. I love that obviously it's retractable and stuff like that. It's not too waxy, but then it's not too soft. I really feel like it just glides across the skin seamlessly. It lays in the brow, but it doesn't get cakey or clumpy like some brow products, you know, that I've tried have done. I just love it. And for it being $10 too. Like, I love, you know, there's one I've preached about, the YBF one. I really believe that one's like even $20 or close to that. The Benefit, you know, brow one, Precisely My Brow, is way, you know, well over $10. So I love it. If you like a brow pencil, you will love this. I'm telling you, you will love this. And it's $10. And also, like, Ulta Beauty does their, you know, their BOGO sometimes, or they'll do, you know, all Ulta Beauty is 50% off. So, I mean, think about getting this for $5. So that's one of my holy grails. I have used it every time since I have gotten it during the summertime. I've used it every single time I've done my makeup. And y'all know, even if I don't do my makeup, I will at least do my brows. I love it. This was my second one. As you can see, she's gone pretty much. I have like a tiniest little itty bitty focus camera. I have like the teeny tiniest little bit left in here, and then thank God I already ordered a second, you know, a backup. So I know this might have seemed a little bit scatterbrained. I'm definitely, you know, trying to get back into it after, you know, kind of really dealing with, you know, a crappy couple weeks. I do want to say, if you are somebody that suffers from mental illness, please understand that you are not alone. Please understand that it's okay to reach out to other people. I know for myself, for many years, until probably about 10 years ago, I never told anybody. I really did not talk about it. I mean, my husband knew about it. Of course, my mother knew about it. And then there came a point in 2009, and I'll do like a whole, like, you know, get to know me type of thing, and answer questions and stuff. I've put up a post in my, you know, my beauty group for that. But there finally came a time after the third time that I really was considering suicide and things like that, that I was like, you know what? I really feel like me holding it in and me kind of locking myself away leads to, you know, the suicidal thoughts or tendencies, or, you know, I have tried a couple times as well. I really feel like since then, it just empowered me to just stand up and say, like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with PTSD, depression, anxiety, bipolar, whatever you may have. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with society making you feel like you are less than, making you feel like you cannot go to somebody and say, look, I need help. Like, I'm drowning. I'm not okay today. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to somebody. And I don't want to, like, get all preachy, but just please always know that you are important, that it is okay to reach out. Please reach out. Even if it's somebody that you don't 100% know. You know, if you have a friend on Facebook and you kind of, you know, you're feeling their vibe and you feel like, you know, hey, they've posted a couple things maybe about depression, or, you know, maybe reach out to them even and just say, like, hey, are you okay? You know, I just want to check on you. And then maybe you could open up conversation that way, even for your own self. But just, you know, please be mindful and be aware that self-care includes, you know, mental health as well as physical health. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that for just a second. And I know that this was kind of scatterbrained a little bit in the fax machine and everything else. So I do apologize for that. So hopefully I'm back on track with Wednesdays and Sundays. I do appreciate you guys so very much. If you appreciated this video in any way, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. If you hit the notification bell, I'd even be more grateful and thankful. And please remember to always be your own best beautiful. Have a great Wednesday, beauties.